Well, good morning, manifestors. Good afternoon, good evening, good midnight, wherever in the world you are tuning in from. I hope that you find yourself in the midst of either manifesting what you desire or enjoying what you have manifested. If by chance it's not either one of those, be clear that my great joy and my great desire is to remind you every single day that you have the power to create whatsoever it is you desire for your existence. If this is your first time joining me, I'm Mercedes, and yes, you are manifesting with Mercedes. Today, we're going to share quickly about how more work does not always mean more results, whether it's personal or whether it's professional. Doing more of what you are already doing does not necessarily mean you're going to get more results if this specific thing has not been cleared out so that you can move forward or so that you can move up and out. You already know. Let me know where in the world you are manifesting from. What city, what state, what country, what continent are you connecting with me and sending that manifesting magic? Yes, go ahead and send each other some good vibes. Let the likes fly, let the hearts fly, the loves fly. Go ahead and if you know somebody who thinks they need to do just a little bit more, or you think they need to do just a little bit more, if you know somebody who can benefit from understanding the power of their power and understanding mindset and manifesting in their personal or their professional life, go ahead and tag them or share this to your page or send it to them in Messenger. The more of us that are deliberate about using the power that we have been granted, the greater impact that we can have in our own lives and collectively in each other's lives and in the lives of others. And even today, as we talk about more work does not necessarily equal more results, understanding how we impact ourselves and how we impact each other is so vitally crucial. So go ahead and share it to your page, share it to a group that you manage, and let's maximize our power together, right? If you are in my mindset management and manifesting with Mercedes group, thank you. Add somebody today so that they can begin to speak powerful affirmations and declarations that help shift their mindset and thus shift their behavior and thus shift or increase the desired results that they get. If you're not that mindset management and manifesting with Mercedes, join this group button is somewhere on this page. Click it and become a member today. Also, either above or below this video is a button where you can become a subscriber today and support the work that I do. It's only $4.99 per month. So I appreciate your support. Small seeds produce great harvests, both in your vineyard and in the vineyard of somebody else's. So I'm asking you today, become a supporter and know that I appreciate you immensely. So more work doesn't necessarily mean more results. And oftentimes, whether people feel stuck or whether people feel like it's time, they're doing good, but they're ready to make it to the next plateau. Many times people believe that doing more of what you're already doing is going to cause you to create more results, or you find somebody who's doing well and you see what they're doing. And so you take what they do and you multiply, right? I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it more than they do it. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get more of the results that you desire, because a lot of times where we are, we haven't cleaned up the energy that is fueling why we're doing what we're doing. A lot of times, if we have angst and anxiety, either over the current results that we're producing, the type of activities that we have to do to actually produce those results, sometimes that is what is causing our increase or our overflow to be stammered, because the mind space and the head space and the heart space that we're in is not conducive to increase, is not conducive to overflow. And so we're wondering why we're doing, while we're being, while we're moving, but we're not necessarily seeing what we desire. Listen, if you're calling people and you don't like to call people, be clear, the energy you're emitting when you're making those calls, whether you say it or not, it's felt. It has an impact on your results. If you're the person who's emailing and you don't like to send emails because you're thinking you're getting on people's nerves, be clear that when you send those emails, it is fueled by the energy, I don't want to do this, and I don't want to does not produce the results that you desire. So sending more is going to produce more of what you don't want. If you're a person who's in sales and in fundraising and you're not getting the results that you want, you think doing more of whatsoever it is you're doing than possibly. And then a lot of times, y'all, we wait, right? We have procrastinated, we have put it off, we have put to the side what we know we need to be doing. And then by the time we start to do it, the angst and anxiety has built up so profoundly that we don't realize that when we actually do it, that tainted and toxic energy is driving what's going out, right? And so you don't realize that that's why you're not getting the results or the response that you need. Many times it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that people don't or won't support you. Sometimes it has to do with the mindset and the energy flow that you're putting behind what you're doing. You can't one day talk trash about people selling stuff on Facebook and posting their cash app to get some money for their birthday, and then 2-3 months later, here you are doing the same thing that you just talked trash about. Y'all, you out of alignment. Your what you believe and what you have said is contrary to now what you are practicing. And anytime you are out of alignment, guess what? You're not going to produce the results that you desire. And if you do produce the results that you desire, they will sometimes be short-lived, or they will come back to you and you've got to go fix something, you've got to go correct something, you've got to go redo something, which causes you more angst and anxiety, right? So anytime we're looking to produce more results, before we start doing more action and more activity, sometimes we need to do like a head check. Sometimes we need to do a heart check to determine if what we're currently doing, we are in the right spirit, we are in the right energy, the right energy space, if we have the right vibration. Because if we don't, we need to clean up that first. And many times, so y'all have heard me say that a lot of the clients that I work with, right, they are already high-level professionals. A lot of the people that I work with, they are already accomplished leaders, but they feel like something is missing, or they feel like they could be doing more and accomplishing more. And the truth is they can. And they don't necessarily get up earlier and stay up later. They don't necessarily, and I don't encourage that. They don't necessarily put more time in on the weekends. They don't necessarily do all of the things that we believe will cause us to hustle harder or produce more results. What I have them first and foremost do is shift their energy and their focus. What I have them first and foremost do is determine what it is they think and believe about the results that they are or are not producing. And then if there is any element of negativity, if there's any element of less than, if there is any element that is causing it to be fueled by something that keeps them from producing what they want, causes their flow to be stammered, causes their elevation and their achievement to be off base, I start with the basics. And the basics is clean up the energy right where you are. When people begin to focus on gratitude for what they have, when people begin to focus on their accomplishments and achievements, when people begin to focus on what's going right versus what's going awry, miraculously, they see an increase and an improvement in sales, in goals being achieved, in accomplishments, in sales going up. You name it. Put something on the checklist. Anytime you shift the energy, and be clear, you might have some good energy, but you might need some more. Be clear, you might be in alignment, but you might just need to recalibrate. Anytime you focus on improving whatsoever is good, whatsoever is honest, whatsoever is of good report, then you expand and you're able to experience even more than that. So whether you are an employee or an entrepreneur, whether you are in leadership or whether you support leadership, listen, you may work a full-time job and you may have a part-time business that you use to supplement your income. Doing more of what you're currently doing is not necessarily going to produce more results, but when you take inventory of where you are and what you think about those income producing activities, that's when you have the ability to examine whether your head space and your heart space is positioned for you to be able to receive more. Have you heard the script that says, and here's what I always say, your every thought is a seed. Your every word is a seed. Your every conversation, y'all, it's a seed. You're always sowing seed, whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, whether you're deliberate with your thoughts and your words or not. All of your thoughts, words, and seeds, they are an action. When you take the time to realize then that your every thought and your every word is a prayer, then you will pause yourself and understand that if what I'm thinking and speaking is not putting out into the ethers what's going to cause me to receive and see may manifest the results that I desire, then I'm either going to shift my focus or I'm going to shift my words. You know that script that says sometimes when you pray amiss. Y'all, what if part of that is, and it is, what if part of that is akin to you're saying one thing out of your mouth, but something totally different is embedded in your heart? That means that what we've got to do is make sure that our energy is in alignment with what we desire, that what we believe we can accomplish and achieve is in alignment with what we desire. We have to make sure that whatsoever results we desire, that we have first done the thought work, that we have first done the mindset work to ensure that we are positioned to create the type of results that we desire. You can't talk trash about people in network marketing and selling and then think that when you start selling something, it's going to go with ease for you. It doesn't work like that. You can't get upset that people are posting their Cash App for their birthday on social media and talking trash about that, and then think when you start to raise money for something, whether it's for you or for somebody else, that you don't reap the results of what you've talked trash about. Do you think it's okay to sell or not? Do you think it's okay to ask for money or not? Do you think it's okay for people to use social media to increase their income or their wealth or not? You can't straddle the fence. You got to be hot or you got to be cold. You can't be lukewarm. You can't say one thing and in 2 months say another and think you're going to reap the results. So increasing what you're doing can produce results for you, but it can only produce results for you when your energy and your vibration is in alignment with what you're doing. You can do more. You can ask for more. You can pray for more and receive what you want, what you need, and what you desire. But y'all, only, unless, until, and only if what you believe is in alignment with what you're saying and what you are doing. So before you start sending more emails, before you start posting more on social media, before you start sending more text messages, before you start spending more money on marketing and advertising, before you start doing ads on whatever the big thing is now, whether it's funnels or Facebook ads or Google ads, or before you start spending money on newspaper advertisement and billboards, before you start doing more of what you believe to do more, you believe you need to do more to produce more results, make sure that your energy is right. Make sure that your mindset is actually in alignment with what you desire to see made manifest. Make sure that what you're thinking and you are speaking, that deep in the corridors of your mind, your subconscious mind, you have a belief system that supports and that fortifies what you want to see made manifest. All right. I was gonna chat with y'all for a little bit. I might go off and come back. Like I might do it in a little bit. But I was gonna chat with y'all even about relationships, right? Sometimes in relationships, people believe if they just would do this more, if they just would do that more, if they just would do whatsoever more, that the relationship would improve. But the truth is, more of whatsoever it is you desire in a relationship is not necessarily going to produce a better relationship if the energy is off. And that's romantic, platonic, or professional. If the energy is off, if what you believe and what you're saying is not in alignment. Look, I'm about talking about it now, ain't it? More conversation and more communication is not going to improve the relationship if the energy and the vibration is off. More time together is not going to produce the results that you desire for the relationship if the energy is off, if the intention is off, if the desires are off, right? More gifts, more thoughtfulness, more whatsoever it is you have a list of that you want more of, You can get all of that, y'all, times 10. You get all of it times 100. But if you haven't, if they haven't, if together you haven't cleaned up the negative energy, if you haven't cleaned up the hurt places, if you haven't come to amends with the trauma, whether it came from them or whether it came from somebody else, more communication, more time, more gifts, it's not going to produce the results that you want. It's going to cause the angst and the anxiety to be multiplied exponentially. First, you clean up your own energy. This is the first part of what we talked about or what we're talking about now. This is as it relates to your work or as it relates to your relationships. First, you take a look at you and say, what is it? What is the result that I truly want? What is it that I want more of? And then after you determine what is it that you want more of, do you have the mindset? Do you have the belief system that supports the results that you desire? And if you don't, doing more of whatever it is you're currently doing is only going to make you more frustrated. Figure out what results you want and then fortify your mind, transform your mind, and then renew your mind so that your behavior follows suit to get the results. All right, you all. So more work doesn't equal more results. Clean up your thoughts, reprogram your mindset, shift your energy. That can get you greater results, quicker results, more than doing more of what you're currently doing in the current state that you're in. All right, manifestors. Tomorrow, I might come back a little later, but tomorrow, round 12 or round 1, join me. And I'm going to share with you and continue to share with you so that you understand and realize that manifesting is not just a one-time thing. Manifesting is not about getting something you need when your back is against the wall. Manifesting is about creating a mindset and an atmosphere so that you're always intentional and deliberate about the experiences that you have and the life that you live. All right. I just got stopped up for some reason. Go tell somebody that they can create the life that they desire and that Mercedes is here to help them. Share with them this video, share with them this page, and you watch it and listen as many times as you need to until it becomes ingrained in your head and in your heart. All right. See you in a little bit or see you tomorrow. Love y'all.